Hey, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Warner, New Hampshire. And I love to make cards, I love to send cards, I love to share cards, and I really, really like to help other people make cards. I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you don't have one, or regardless, if you have any questions, I'm always happy to help. So tonight we're going to make a fun fold card. It's really a very pretty one and a very easy one. I like it a lot. We're going to make that card, and then at the end I have some cards and some gifts from on stage that I got from other demonstrators that I'd like to share and show you. So hang around if you want to see those. I love it if you'd say hello and if you'd comment along with me. That always makes my day. Hi, Michelle. Long time no see. So Michelle is one of the people I went to on stage with, one of the team members, and Mary, also another team member, went, and we had such a blast. It was awesome. All right, so let me switch my camera over. And tonight we're going to use the Thankful Garden bundle and some paper from the Lovely Garden Suite. This is a suite that I am featuring in a stamp camp with 5 other designers. And it's a Fun Folds and More stamp camp. So each card will include a fun fold and a technique. And so if you buy the suite from one of us participating in the stamp camp, you get the stamp camp for free. You get 6 make and takes sent to you, and you get to be part of an exclusive Facebook group and see 6 more live presentations of 6 additional fun folds and techniques. So it'd be 12 fun folds and techniques all together. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Nancy. So we're going to use the masks that come with this Lovely Garden Suite first. So I'm going to ink my stamp up. I'm using the lilac stamp, and I'm going to ink it up in Memento. I think I may need to re-ink that Memento. And I'm just stamping it on a piece of basic white, and we're going to cut this out with a die. It happens to be 5 1/4 by 4, but it doesn't really matter. Hi, Carol. Hi, Mary. Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. So the masks all have a little number on them. I don't know if you can see that. It says number 1 right by that notch. And I've added a little something with a marker that is where the leaves line up. I used a Sharpie to do that to help me get this mask lined up just right with my stamped image. And now I make a mark where the notch goes, and I can write on this white because we're going to cut it off. And I'm going to put a mark where that lower corner goes. And that will help me get this in the right place. And I'm going to use a little painter's tape. I am a very vigorous blending brush user, and I've moved this a little bit. Let's see if I can line it up a little better. And so I like to tape it in place. Oh, always, this is one of those things when you're on camera, it's so much harder to do. Okay, so I have a blending brush. Hi, Lorraine in Brisbane. It's nice to see you. A blending brush and some Highland Heather. And this is very open. It's going to fill in the whole area of the flower. So I'm just going to go very lightly with this Highland Heather. Not too dark at all. Okay, so that's my first little bit. You can see it on there, I think. That was number 1. Now comes number 2. I'm going to try lining it up with my notch. and these lines for the leaves that I've put on there. And you can see it's hard to tell where it lines up because it's covering up some of your image now. You're only going to ink up parts of it. Hi, Melanie. All right, so now I'm going to do a little more Highland Heather right on top. And this part will come out a little bit darker. Okay. And the magic is starting to happen. It's just so pretty the way these masks fill in. Okay, so it's getting a little bit darker. And I have a third one that I'm going to line up. There we go. This little bit down at the bottom is really helping me to get that just right. The notch and then where I did the corner. And so now this is going to be even darker. I'm going to go in these spots really heavy. And if there's not enough contrast when we pick this up, I did bring over my gorgeous grape, and we can always use that. So let's see. No, I think that will be good. So there you can see the different, whoops, let me pick that. I can't pick it up. The different layers of color in that. And now we'll just do the same thing for the leaves, except we won't use purple. We will use old olive. And these are pretty much easier to line up. Okay, let's put away my purples and my purple brush. Hi, Joanne. And get a green brush and do some old olive. And you always want to stamp off a little bit or tap off a little bit first to get rid of a dark blob that often comes out if you don't. Okay, so there's that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Just colors it in so nicely. And then one more. This has got to go at an angle. It's just a little tricky. Okay. Oops. All right. And more old olive. And we'll just fill that in. Okay. So there is a beautiful leaf. I'm just trying to smooth that up a little bit. The leaves and the flower. Hi, Deb. Glad you found us. I just was coloring that flower with the mask. And now I'm going to cut that out and then we'll get started on the quick and easy fun fold. So let me take this over to my machine and I have to line this up and get it to stay in place and then run this through. Of course it moves because I'm trying to go quickly. Oh, I think it's good enough. You'll forgive me if it's not perfect, I hope. Okay, so that came out like that. And I'll show you another one I made a different way and we'll compare it in a little bit. But let's get started on the fun fold. Okay, So here's my cutter, and I have a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5. And we're gonna put I have to put the arm out on my trimmer, guys. You know how much I love that. Um, we're gonna have the 8.5 side at the top, and we're gonna score it at 2 3/4. Oh, I wanted to show you what the card looks like. And this is a card that Melanie, who's watching tonight, had made for me and sent me. And it opens up like that. And I've just loved the bold kind of graphic design of this. And I've made a few of these. And I thought, oh, I should show that one because it's really a great fold. So shout out to Melanie. We're going to score at 2 3/4, and we're going to score at 7. Okay. We're going to use this again, but we don't need that arm out. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over. I have the skinniest section on my right and the wider one on my left. And we're going to fold them both towards the center. And give them a good burnish. So that's the front. And now we're going to take a piece of DSP, and I cut the piece as one piece first. And then we're going to cut it again, but I want my two sides to match up. And I'm pretty sure that Melanie did this here too, because this matches up really nicely. And those little details really help to make your card look great. So we want our first section to be 2.5 because this is 2 3/4. So I'm going to make a cut at 2.5. And then these should fit very nicely. And I don't think we'll need our cutter again. And now my lines will go across and they'll meet and they'll match. Just show you quickly, if it goes like this, it doesn't quite have the same look. It's just not quite as polished. So it's good to match your pieces. I hate to hide this side of the paper, but I like this window pane. I think it's called a window pane check. I really like that too. Okay, so there's one side. So that was just cut to 2.5 by 5 1/4. I don't know if I said that. And this one is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. But if you start with one piece, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, it's easy to do. All right. And then I have a piece of the same color cardstock and a mat. And I think I want the black mat under here to pop. I do have a green one, and I tried a white one earlier and I didn't like it, but I think the black one is what we're going to want. So here's the flower that we did with the masks and the blending brushes. It's really pretty. And then this is one I colored with the blends. Those are both Old Olive. Isn't that funny how different that color came out between the Old Olive blends? And it's Highland Heather blends and Highland Heather ink, but the layering of the ink makes it darker. So we could do the lighter one like that. And then I was going to put a little sentiment, maybe tuck it like that or something. There, we could do the lighter one with the blends or the darker one. So let me know which one you like, and I'm going to put this mat together. I always put the glue on the smaller piece so that you're not guessing where your glue needs to go. I saw somebody doing it the other way recently, and I thought, wow, how are they doing that? How do they know where that goes? And then this, we're going to center. Those crooked lines make it a little bit deceiving for how to get it straight. And we're only going to put glue on this left-hand side. And one way to do that is to put a Post-it note under there. And then I know that I just want glue here. So it sounds like, oh, I've got one light, and then I have several for the darker one. All right, we'll get this on and flat, and then we'll look again. So, I'm going to line that up just a little bit like that. I'm not pressing yet because I want it to wiggle around. I want to try to get it even and straight. I'm using my grid lines to try to help me a little bit. Okay, so here's the darker one, and we can pop that up on dimensionals. And here is the lighter one. So originally I thought I would go with the lighter one, that I liked that better. I didn't have a darker one when I looked at the lighter one, but I guess we will go with the group consensus. Hi, Gus. Hi, Joanne. I think I said hi, Joanne. Okay. There we go. So let's put some dimensionals on this. And then we'll put our sentiment. Whoops. Sentiment on. I'm not going to go way out to the edges because I think, oh, some of this might hang off the mat. And let me get a tiny one for near that little stem. Okay. Let's see how this is. And remember, stick around if you want to see some things from on stage. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So pretty like that. And then I can stick, oh, I didn't leave a lot of room. I wanted to stick that underneath. Well, maybe we will put that on top. Let me put, we'll use a dimensional over here on this side. I think one will do it. And a glue on the part that will be on top of the flower. Okay, now this suite comes with some beautiful ribbon. I don't think we need any of the Fresh Freesia ribbon on this card, but it's beautiful. And it has some of these Starburst sequins. Oh, where did my take your pick tool go? Here it is. So let's put a couple of these white ones, I think, because I didn't use Fresh Freesia. I used Highland Heather. And I'll put a big one up here. Oh, doesn't want to come off my take your pick tool. So we have a couple of those. And then on the inside, this is a regular 5 1/4 by 4. And I think I'll just do a partial flower on the inside. Oh, I want to try something different. We learn from our customers, right? So I have a customer named Nicole who loves to stamp on the inside of her cards. Oh, thank you. Hi, Mary Walk, and thank you, Mary O'Connell, for the lighter, darker interpretation. So this customer loves to stamp on the inside and is always stamping off once or twice and then stamping on the inside. And then she says she writes right over the light stamp on the inside. So let's try that. You can let me know what you think. I've stamped off only once, and I'm gonna just stamp lightly. What do you think? Am I gonna be able to write right over that? I think I might. We'll give it a try. I may not glue that down just yet. I may write first and see if I like it. But isn't that a gorgeous card with that little, just a little twist of how it opens? I made another one. I will show you. And I'll show you the one Melanie made. I did one with the Floral Delight. And I did a little stamping inside that. And I used the checks like Melanie did on that one. And there's Melanie's again, the original, which is so pretty in those colors. All right, so that's a fun, easy, fun fold. I think you'll like it, and I hope you will try it. Let me move some of this stuff. And I just want to show you some of the things that I got from some other demonstrators. You've probably seen a lot of the swag that we got. I'm not going to, hi Cheryl, hi Sherry, not going to show you all of that stuff tonight, but just what I got from some other demonstrators. So I made a little scissor charm for people. And this is actually one of the first ones I made that didn't come out great, but I got better with practice. And this was a shrinky dink, and I stamped on it, "Life is better when you're crafting." And you can read it in real life. And then it just hooks on your scissors. So if you go someplace, you know whose scissors are whose. And I had it packaged up in a little, like a matchbook style thing. So it was really nice. So I traveled with Michelle and Mary. And so we all made each other little pillow gifts too. So Mary, remember, these came home in my suitcase, so they're been a little bit traveled. Mary made this beautiful container, and it's taken all of my willpower not to yet eat this delicious Munson's s'more, a milk chocolate s'more. And if you're from Connecticut, you know how delicious Munson's chocolates are. They're homemade chocolates. And then Mary made an adorable box with some Munson Easter eggs in them. I may have to share those with my husband, but I think the s'more is all mine. And I traveled with Michelle. And again, sorry, Michelle, this was in my suitcase. But she made this beautiful box, and it has some lip oil in it, green tea infused lip oil. That's been lovely. I have used some of that. And this other box, and I may have put this ribbon on the wrong way. I'm not sure. I think it came off. But she made this, whoops, this box. I'm stuck. And look at what's in here. It's a little pot of gold. Eat, drink, and be Irish for St. Patrick's Day. What's a s'more, Lorraine Morgan? It's S apostrophe M-O-R-E, because you always want some more, s'more. And it's graham cracker, marshmallow, and chocolate. And you roast your marshmallow over a campfire usually, and put it in between 2 graham crackers with a piece of chocolate on top of your marshmallow, and it gets all gooey and hot and melty. So here's my pot of gold. I am a rich woman and even have a pot of gold. So that was very nice. And then my upline. So my upline, I signed up under Jessica. She signed up 25 years ago under Kristen. And Kristen made these for all of us. So this has a belly band around it, sharing what I love, loving what I do. And then inside, she gave us a chocolate um, green for St. Patrick's Day, I think, and some samples, some matte dots, some of the new twine, and some of the um, sequins that I used tonight. So that was a really cool thing. And I would give all of these people um, a scissor charm or other little gifts that I had made. One of the people that I do a blog hop with, Stamping with Friends blog hop, Linda Moore, gave me this package of things, except for the 2 chocolates. Everything is still in here. There were 2 chocolates, and it came on an afternoon that I just needed a little chocolate pick me up. So it's got a cute plush little Easter bunny. Isn't that so cute and very soft? And a Stampin' Up paper clip I can put on my catalog, some hand sanitizer, and a very nice pen that says like a boss. So that was pretty cool. And then a few people that wanted to trade and or swap, and I didn't have cards, but I said, well, I have a scissor charm if you'd like to swap for that. So I swapped with Bobby McCormick, who is Be Crafty with Bobby. She's on the same team that I am a part of. So she made this really cute bee card that opens up like that and has a belly band that goes around it. Whoops, can't get that back on right now. Oh, I almost forgot. So one of Michelle's demonstrator friend and customer, Julie, made us a block that says on stage in Raleigh, March 2025. Isn't that gorgeous? That's been engraved. So that was an amazing gift. And then there was someone that was giving out these bags. You are loved, you are enough, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are irreplaceable. And this has a beautiful card in it and some chapstick in there. This was Rachel Burr. She's from Boise, Idaho. And this card opened up like this. Here for you always. I know you will get through it. And then the back of that, it is like Christmas, Melanie. It's amazing. And then this card was from Pam Morris. She's from Georgia. And I saw this card and it's like, oh, the crab in orange. I love that. So she was happy to swap for a scissor charm and said I could have a card. Isn't that gorgeous? And she embossed the sentiment. I think this crab is cut from the DSP. And then there was another woman, Sandy Newton, who said, oh, please, please take a card. And so she gave me this beautiful happy birthday card. So it was really fun. I didn't make cards this year. I just did not get to it. I wanted to do the scissor charms to give to people from some of the design teams that I was on and things. But it worked out just great. I got a few cards. Oh, and here's a funny story. Let me switch this over about what? That didn't work. About the scissor charms. So I cased those, of course, as we always do, from someone named Lisa Bowden. She's Create with Lisa. And I told her that I saw them. She's on one of the design teams that I'm on. And I said, would you mind if I made those for on stage? And she said, no, of course, that'd be great. Well, when I saw her at on stage, I wanted to give her a gift. So I go over and she was with another member of the design team. So I gave Kelly a gift, and then I give one to Lisa, and I say, "Oh, it's your scissor charm that I'm giving you." So that was pretty funny. She was like, "Oh, that's great. I need another one for another pair of scissors." But it was pretty funny to be giving it to the person that, excuse me, that I cased it from. Um, so yeah, it was fun. Sherry, you'd like to know how to make the scissor charms? Well, maybe I'll do it on a live one of these days. But anyway, that's what I got from other demonstrators and from swapping with people. We were really spoiled and it was just wonderful. Oh, so Nancy says that Bobby, who made this bee card, is her upline. Um, Melanie, you would like some scissor charms? Well, I'll fix you guys up with some scissor charms. Sure. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed the card and that you will make this cool fun fold card. Here they are. Whoops, I'm showing them down below. I need to show them up here. Here they are. They're just beautiful. The one that Melanie made. And have a good night, and thanks for watching and looking at all the cool goodies that I got. We'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.